Come have fun with us and don't forget to subscribe.
What's up everybody, I'm Rick.
And I'm Anna.
And welcome to our reaction to Naruto Shippuden episode 244.
Welcome.
Anna,
Yes.
it is your first time watching Naruto.
Yes.
And last time you saw Naruto meditate and then meet...
Evil Naruto.
Evil? Oh, I thought you were calling him Dark Naruto.
Dark Naruto. Yeah, right. That was it.
Who says, hey, I'm your true self. I'm the one who you're trying to deny, but you know what you really feel is what I feel, which is hatred against these people who are shunned us, who made us sad, etc. You know, he talked about how he didn't sign the autograph. It was a whole thing.
Right.
But now Naruto has been told that in order to pass step one of his
one out of we don't know how many
training, well I know, but you don't know, of his training, he has to pass that hurdle of defeating Dark Naruto, and it wasn't going well for him.
I mean, it was just the first encounter. I'm gonna guess that this is like a little bit of a longer process, you know? I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna go back and forth. He's gonna go back to meditate and then face his dark self again, like a few times maybe. And I don't think that defeating him will necessarily be in a fight. I think it's that he has to find it within himself, the power to, I don't want to say get over it, because that sounds, like it's lessening what he had been through, but kind of get over it,
I don't want to say get over it, but get over it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know what I mean, like to face that darkness within him and
okay,
come to terms with it.
He at first wanted the help of Killer B with his training. Killer B did not accept to help, so he's doing it by himself.
Well, he's doing this part by himself. I'm guessing once he gets this part done, Killer B will help him.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Well, let's watch and see if what you think comes to pass.
And maybe that's why he didn't want to help him in the beginning. Because Naruto has to figure out this part by himself. He didn't want Naruto to come and ask, oh, how do I defeat my dark self?
He keeps calling him Octopus. I don't like talking about other people, but listen.
But I'm gonna talk to you about him. Oh, flashback.
Yeah, very similar. Look at this.
Yeah. I guess that's different, right? Because Naruto didn't even know.
Yeah. Look at them.
He was a Raikage from the time he was so young. I guess they all start young. Oh, interesting.
We saw that pattern, right?
Yeah, right. The fourth Hokage chose his son. Garatu was chosen by his father, who was the Kazekage. How does that help though? I don't think that gives a lot of hints as to how to do it. Yeah. That feels like a cheat.
To ask through someone.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow. Long time ago.
That's problematic, huh?
Yeah. That would cause problems for sure.
Look at that beast.
It's huge. I would be scared to go near
Yeah.
it.
Just one tentacle is so big.
Yeah.
And you were saying last episode that he was friendly.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't always. But I mean, there is hope, right? It means that the Ninetale can also become friendly, maybe.
They have a technique, right? It happened.
Yeah, it probably happened many times.
Ooh, oh, this guy.
Oh!
何か暴れるのを抑え、ハチビをいつもの封印の壺に押し込んでいたが、その度に多くの死者が出ていた。
So many casualties.
Yeah,
他国とのパワーバランスを
every time
保つに
they
は
would lose people.
ハチビの力をコントロールする必要がある。人中力の実験は続けられていた。
And they kept doing it.
Hmm.
What was it? His father or his brother?
彼の父親がいた。
His
Okay.
father.
俺たちはまだ5歳だった。
So he was 5 when he unleashed that.
封印した時に死んだ。先代の人中力だ。
Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was another one.
Oh. So they sealed it inside him when he was 5 years old? Not a baby like with Naruto.
そしてその後すぐに B さんがハチビの人中力として選ばれた。
Must hurt.
Yeah.
なぜあな
You
たは
know,
B さんを殺そう
till
と
the day before you were friends and then.
ハチビをコントロールすることなどできはしない。
Oh, and you were his best friend.
I remember Gara, who tried to kill him.
Yeah.
That was messed up too.
Really messed up.
And he is trying to stay cheerful, you know. Look at him, still rapping, still.
He's trying to be himself. To keep being himself.
いつも笑っていた。俺は B さんを殺せばハチビも死ぬと思っていた。
You fool.
Yeah. I don't think that's how it works. I think they'd be released, no? If the person dies.
So,
Yeah.
such a failure. What an assassination attempt. He just turned and it
Right.
failed.
I don't think he didn't see that.
俺は B さんを後ろから襲った。B さんは何度も里の者たちから疎まれ、嫌われてきた。
Oh, goddamn.
Everybody was looking at him like that.
They all hate him. Eggs to the face. Oh no.
He's just a kid.
政治のために勝手に人中力にされ、里を守るために存在しているにもかかわ
Yeah,
らず
that's really stupid, you know? Like, everybody knows that someone needs to do that if they want to keep the weapon. But then they turn around and, like, hate the person. It's somewhat different from Naruto.
その時初めて
Is it because people saw him as the Ninetale who attacked the village and so they...
No, I
hated
mean
him?
his reaction, his response to it.
本当は
I feel like Naruto in the flashbacks when he's a kid,
B
it was more
ナルト
gloomy.
に話してしまったのは同じ人中力だからだ。
When he's alone, but when, like in public, he was often...
Yeah, that's true. And he was also trying to play with all the kids. And... Oh, there it is.
Dark Naruto!
Now he's always there.
They all on his shoulder.
I think it's like he's starting to realize or to acknowledge those thoughts, you know. Like maybe in the past he would have like suppressed them right away when those thoughts would come or those feelings. I feel like now he's acknowledging them, you know. right? That's the same, like, oh, how convenient for them that now I saved them.
奴らにとって消し去りたい過去の遺物。心のどこかでまだ。確かに。
It's normal that you would be bitter, that you would be
Yeah.
angry at people, at the village.
Like, you can't just suddenly be happy that, like, oh, now everybody likes me
Yeah.
when they've
まさか何か
treated you so badly for so long.
敵などいるわけが
Oh, it's the squid?
元へのおっちゃん。
Come for round 2. Man, that squid is not happy. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
元へのおっちゃん。タコロさん。元へのおっちゃんは本当にタコロさん。信頼してんだ。
You're confused,
Yeah.
Naruto. You got the wrong one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's mixing them up.
数えなくていい悪いのがタコで三角がイカ
なんだ。てっきり
Yeah, you can just see that.
こと話して前にやられたイカだな。
Took you a while, Naruto.
Yeah, meanwhile, this guy's getting
Yeah.
crushed by the tentacle.
オクトン黙殺縛りの術
But I think maybe this situation or this Naruto's reaction tells also another story
What?
that he thought Bia would attack him. That he thought B still has
That
that
hatred?
hatred within him. But I think that part of the training or this first part of the training is that, you know,
さん気づいてたんだろう俺はあんたを
fighting back those feelings.
俺ともっといい俺ともっといいもっといいと言った俺もっといた時間二人で一緒に修行失敗しても楽勝お爆笑
How nice of him, huh? I remember the good times.
Yeah.
俺もっといた時間
Oh.
Oh, that's nice. Naruto's so excited. Like,
Yeah. It's happy, like, oh yes, I saw your friend. You got me, theory. Give me a minute. Okay.
well, there you go. We got ourselves a little flashback about Killer Bean. You know, learn more about what he's been through.
Right.
And saw some new characters. You know, the third Araikage, his brother when he was younger.
Right.
But let's focus on Killer B here because this was an episode mainly about him. It's interesting the parallel, right? We always joke about the Naruto thing, like, oh,
everybody's like, oh, Naruto is like everybody.
Yeah,
Or everybody's like Naruto.
you're just like me. But in the case of like Jinchuriki, they have something that
yeah.
really, you
And
know,
it's not just the fact that they have a tail beast, it's also, you know, everything that comes with it.
people's reaction to it.
Yeah.
It's also here they say, you know, often they specifically choose someone that is close to, you know, the people in charge because that's someone they can trust, you know. So
Right.
we see like there's a lot of elements that
Yeah.
makes them, you know, the same as Naruto would
Yeah.
say. So, Gaara was also, you know, the son of the Kage, but regardless, also shunned because we talked about that, right? Couldn't they have just told people that, you know, Naruto was the son of the fourth Hokage? Wouldn't that have helped? Didn't help Gaara.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't help Killer B.
And their family was actually there and still,
Yeah.
you know, like leading the village, and it still didn't help them. So
And Gaara's case, you could say, I mean, his
Yeah.
dad tried to kill him, so his dad
Right.
was a driver of that hate,
Yeah.
but not for Killer B. People
Right.
still hated him, even though his brother is fine with him, you know. So,
right.
but how do you interpret Killer B's, you know, you were saying like, oh, he's different from Naruto, the way he was reacting to all of it, just staying the same as Motoi was saying.
Yeah, but like I think you made a good point in saying that maybe he was just being like that, you know, when there were people around because he was trying to be cheerful. But maybe when he was by himself, he was actually feeling lonely and sad. I mean, who wouldn't? And we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen the flashbacks from his point of view,
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like that will definitely be a different story. I think what's interesting is here at the end what he said, like, oh, did that happen? Because what I remember is the time before when we were friends, and I'm thinking, is that because I'm trying to look for hints here, right? Is that it? Like, you can't, forget the way you were feeling, right? The loneliness and the, people being mean to you and all of that. But a lot of times, when people feel sad, or when people have something bad happen to them, it kind of like casts a shadow over the good times too. Like
After a bad
Naruto's-
breakup, you don't remember any of the good moments.
Exactly. Like Naruto's memories of his whole childhood that we saw, the flashbacks, they're sad always. Like maybe there were also good moments, maybe there were also some people who weren't as mean, or even if it wasn't when he was a kid, maybe, later on, like when he started going to school, he did start making friends. Like,
And
maybe
the difference is here, those memories were before he was a Jinchuriki and after,
that's
right?
true.
Naruto
doesn't have that.
Yeah.
That's true. Like, there's always differences, obviously, but in terms of figuring out how to defeat Dark Naruto, like maybe that's it. Maybe it's realizing that no, you're not my true self. You're just one part of me, and I can't let you control me. I can't let the anger control me.
Life in the village wasn't just about how people hated me, is what
Yes,
you're saying.
Exactly.
You should
exactly.
focus on the good times too.
Yes, or not necessarily focus, because again, you can't ignore it either. Just like don't let it control you, because that's how it goes, right? That if you think about it, also because it's all about control, right? With the tail beasts, like if you let the hatred control you, then the tail beast can
Grab onto
grab
that.
onto that. Yeah, if you are balanced in your emotions, then the tail beast, can't hold on to anything to like get into your head.
Well, that's interesting. We'll see. Dark Naruto is still there, still
Yeah.
on Naruto's shoulder telling him stuff.
And I was also saying when there was that moment there, when the Dark Naruto just appeared for a second and said, "Well, oh, isn't that convenient for him?" Like, I'm thinking those are the kind of thoughts that in the back of his mind he always had them. Whenever something would happen, there would be like that dark thought, and then he would like kind of like block it and try to bring on something, positive or cheerful or whatever. Thus him always putting on a cheerful face, or always trying to be friendly, or always trying to get along.
Yeah.
So maybe now that he started this process, he can't ignore the dark thoughts anymore. He's forced to acknowledge them. Like, yes, that is truly how I'm feeling. When I hear this story, that's the first thought that comes to me, is that like, oh, this is a bad person actually. Which is probably why he didn't give the people the autograph. Because when they asked for the autograph, his first thought must have been like, oh, you used to hate me. Like, why should I accept your friendship now? Or whatever, your compliments or whatever.
But yeah, we'll see as we watch more episodes of Naruto Shippuden what Naruto can do to defeat Dark Naruto, and if Killer Bee will ever, warm up to him or acknowledge him or something.
I'm sure he will.
So
I'm sure he will.
we'll see, or you shall see. And our next reactions, if you want to be there for those reactions, we invite you to
Subscribe to this channel. The button is down below.
like this video if you did, comment in the comment section below, and have a nice day.
Bye bye.